Hello and welcome to Valley Life. I'm Rich Krebs.
And I'm Leanne Jones. We have a very informative show for you today.
You're right, Leanne. You won't want to miss today's show.
Mark Alvis is here to tell us more valuable information about Alvis projects.
Susan-Jeff is here to tell us about the treatments offered at the Valley's first freestanding hyperbaric center.
And Dr. on Valley Life.
Just ahead, healing treatments that may be of interest to you.
We'll have more when Valley Life returns. Welcome back to Valley Life. We're pleased to introduce our next guest from the Valley's first freestanding hyperbaric center.
The Hope Center offers aggressive and effective programs to treat all neurological conditions.
And here to tell us about the Hope Center is founder Susan-Jeff. Welcome, Susan. Thanks for coming in.
Hi, thanks.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about your center?
Well, it's hope, and we give people back hope who lost it in the past. It's hyperbaric oxygen and physical enrichment. And our biggest therapy that we offer is the hyperbaric oxygen therapy. We also offer massage therapy, aromatherapy, Feldenkrais, and a couple of other alternative therapies.
Oh, so you do offer a variety of things. Okay.
Right.
And Susan, you're running the gamut. Now tell me about these treatments.
Okay.
What are they specific to, and what are you finding in results?
Hyperbaric oxygen therapy, I found through a personal incident. It saved my son's life, but we'll go into that another time. Anyway. And we found that it was very difficult to get him treatment here. Instead of taking him out of the country or going across the state, we found that it was easier just for me to go to school and start my own center. So that's what I did.
Great.
And
it's a way to take matters into your own hands.
Right.
That's what it takes.
So in the result, I have seen so many miracles in my center. I mean, it's just such a blessing to work with the families that I work with. All of my patients that come in are either stroke survivors, traumatic brain injury survivors, there are autistic children and adults. There are people who just kind of gave up, or they had the medical field just kind of give up on them.
And so is there an age range of people that should be used?
Nope. I've got babies in there. I've got infants who were born with cerebral palsy, lack of oxygen in the brain, and I've got my oldest patient, I believe, was 92.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Susan, you have a testimonial that you're going to show us today?
Yes. I have a family who just recently visited me from Ohio. This is their second visit with me, and we have seen some major, real results with him.
The Hope Center is a blessing beyond blessings, let me tell you, for several reasons. One, the treatments became more affordable. We were no longer paying $200 to $250 a treatment. If you have to pay out of pocket, it was $75 for these treatments. And the Ronald McDonald House in this area allows us to stay for $12 a night. We saved over $10,000 by coming to the Hope Center. Christopher was very deadpan, okay? When he came out of the coma, he had no emotions at all. His emotions are just now surfacing. That's why you're seeing so many of them now. He's had 235 treatments. It has taken this many treatments to get him as far as he is.
Unbelievable.
It's tough.
Well, Susan, tell me then, you brought in some pictures, I assume, off an MRI. You've showed before and after?
Yeah, this is
Describe
a SPECT
those a little
scan.
bit
This
for
is
me.
different from an MRI.
Okay.
This scan actually takes slices of the brain and it shows what's functioning, what's not functioning, what is under-oxygenated, what's over-oxygenated.
Okay.
This is a SPECT scan of a male 17-year-old with autism. And the blue shows that his entire brain just lacks oxygen. I mean, it's enough to live, it's enough to keep going, but it's just not going to heal on its own.
Okay.
And then this is his same SPECT scan after the hyperbarics. The red shows where his brain just absorbed all the oxygen and is now able to start to heal.
Unbelievable.
Big difference.
Yeah, big difference. And the yellow shows also where it just absorbed oxygen.
Now, do you have to have a doctor's prescription to go into the hyperbaric chamber?
Yes.
You do?
Yes, you do. We have a doctor on staff, Dr. John Campisi, who will evaluate and write the prescription for hyperbarics, or a patient can get it from their own personal doctor.
And you just have to describe some of your symptoms and then they, or ask for it?
They have to ask for it. And
Okay.
a lot of doctors here in the Valley, unfortunately, are still in the box, not for alternative things. They're not looking at this yet. They don't know about it, which is quite true. I have doctors that call me and ask me. I'm just a mom, and I'm telling them, let me send you some studies and some research. Let me tell you what other people are doing, and then they'll write the prescription.
Okay. Susan, what can you see for typical results? If you've been in the chamber for an hour and a half, how much more absorption are we looking at? And then obviously those benefits are tremendous, but,
right.
but how much more are we seeing?
Well, the body stays saturated for about 4 hours.
Okay.
And there's some people that come and do 2 a day. They do 1 in the morning, 1 in the evening. Those are usually the folks that come from out of town. And fortunately, Ronald McDonald House does offer assistance to our families.
Oh, that's great.
So once they've completed their series of sessions, can be anywhere from 40 to 60 sessions, then the treatment lasts anywhere up to 4 to 8 weeks. So they're still healing after that. At that point, they can call me back and say, you know what, he's going really good, but he's kind of plateaued. I'd like to come back and do some more, which is fine. Or else they say, he's doing great and he's still going.
And just taking off.
We're done. Thank you.
But it is a time commitment. You've got to be able to commit the time.
Yeah, in the beginning, it's a commitment. The 40 to 60 sessions to start off with, you have to go every day, 5 days a week, and you have to be consistent. It's like growing a seed. You've got to water it every day. You've got to provide nutrition and oxygen and sunlight, and that's what the Hyperbarics is doing to your body.
I noticed that you had mentioned on the website that it's not specifically a cure-all. This is in addition to all the other treatments that you're doing, so people need to realize it's a holistic approach.
Right. So if someone's doing physical therapy, occupational therapy, this just totally enhances those
it makes
things.
sense.
Yeah, enhances it. But most of my patients, I will say, they aren't getting any other therapy. They have literally been told by their physician, you're not going to get any better. So that's when they finally step out of the box and say, what else can I do? And then they become like me and they start doing their own research and they find Hyperbarics.
Now, how about insurance? Have you found that insurance will cover it sometimes?
Yeah, we've had a lot of luck with insurance paying for this, especially with the kids with autism and the brain injuries. But our rates are the lowest in the nation. And anyone can go online and look that up.
I noticed you're also finding tremendous results with children diagnosed with ADD and ADHD.
Yes, yes.
How is that
We've had
all coming
kids,
about?
I've had 2 kids in particular. One who had been on his meds since he was 4 or 5 years old, full dose of Concerta, all the way up to 8th grade. His mom said she could never take him off of it. He was off the wall. So we did 20 sessions over the summertime. We changed his diet. We put him on a whole slew of nutrients. We found that his body was lacking.
Again, that holistic
The holistic approach,
Great.
heal the body inside out. And she just called me a few weeks ago. He started school. He's on a quarter of the dose that he used to be for the first time in his life. And she is so happy. And he's also taking steps to do more mature things like, having friends and going to the store, which he never did.
Social.
He was always the odd kid out. And now he's got friends and phone calls, and she's so happy. Yeah, that's a good story.
Right. Where are you located?
We are in Shaw and Marks and the Tahoe Joe Shopping Center.
Okay, yeah.
Right there.
Easy to find.
And I was noticing, too, at the size of the chamber that you have the parents actually go ahead inside with the children.
Right. If they want to, they can go in with their children, or else we can have an attendant go in with the children. Sometimes the parents are too claustrophobic, and so we have an attendant go in.
So some people do have a little concern about that.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know, how big is the actual chamber?
We have 2. We have one that's 7 foot long and 5 foot high and wide, and then we have another one that's 5 foot long and
So you could
5
actually
foot high and wide.
sit up in there?
You can get 2 people in there. You can sit up very comfortably. There's entertainment. You can watch a movie, listen to a CD.
Susan, you've done a great thing.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for coming in.
Thanks.
For more information, log on to our website at kmph.com and click.
Thank you to all our guests for joining us today.
Mark Alvis was here to tell us how Alvis projects may be helpful to you for your next home building project.
Susan Jeff was here and told us about the Hope Center and the healing treatments they offer.
And Dr. Dale O was here to tell us the importance of our dental health.
That's our show for today. We're glad you were here.
Be sure to take advantage of all the special offers from our guests by logging on to our website at kmph.com and click on Valley Life.